Welcome, folks are standing up and they're fighting back. And you're hearing this cry all throughout the land here in Michigan, but not just Michigan, but all throughout the country. Coming up, a big event we're going to tell you about, not just tell you about today, but we're going to give you a chance to win tickets to that event. We've got a 4-pack. So you may want to just kind of stretch your dialing fingers out and get ready to dial in and win. 616-774-2424 is the number. 616-774-2424. Joining me right now is Ron Armstrong, Stand Up Michigan, and you are familiar with this group because they've not taken things lying down over the last year. They decided to stand up, and it's a movement. It's a whole movement. In fact, you're probably part of it or have been part of it at some point. Maybe you've been to an event or a rally. I mean, thousands have attended, and they had a Facebook group with hundreds of thousands. They were one of the first to be booted, censored off of Facebook, and Ron kind of wears that, I'm sure, with a badge of honor. Ron, appreciate you being here with us today. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, Justin. How are you?
Yeah, you guys are fighting back in a big way, and you kind of people wonder maybe what's the latest in Stand Up Michigan. There's a lot of big updates. In fact, you guys grassroots level are working to organize things county by county wide now. We'll talk a bit more about that here in a bit, but there's a big event that's happening that you fought for to make happen here, in fact, right in our own backyard, and it's happening this next Friday. They will recognize this name. Who's going to be here in town at the Deltaplex?
Mr. Nigel Brexit Farage. Nigel Farage from Great Britain, a man who stood up for the people against his own parliament, against the European Union, and did some amazing things. He was simply the leader, but he rallied the troops. And when I read that this tour was coming from Freedom Works called America's Comeback, and when I read the details of it, I thought this has got to come to Michigan, because not only do the Michigan people need it, but they deserve it, because the grassroots leadership and the grassroots of this state are been like almost none other in the country, and we are looked at nationwide as a group of people that have been standing up together.
Yeah, and we really got a reason to do so, don't we? I mean, I don't know. You probably just heard. I played a little bit of this just moments ago, but it was the governor talking about, she's in hot water again, using that private jet to fly down to Florida while she tells everybody else you can't go fly anywhere. You can't go anywhere for spring break. She goes and visits her father, and then she says, but wait a minute, he was sick. And well, still then people have questions about how come I wasn't able to visit my sick relative in nursing homes or even be there when relatives were dying. And then after they were dead, I couldn't go to the funeral. We couldn't do funerals. And she just has this to say, I can't tell you any more about my travel because I've had threats against me, this, that, and the other thing. But $40,000 is estimated how much the cost of the private jet was. She got a political favor from a couple of three wealthy businessmen in Detroit, and she didn't want to talk about it at all. But I know people want to talk about what she's done over this last year, and they're done talking. In fact, they're ready to take the state back.
They are indeed, and I think it would be I'd be angry if I wasn't sad for the people of Michigan and what she's done to the constituents, the people that elected her. Her decisions, she's above it all. She's on a different plane. She can go to inaugurations, but we can't go to graduations. She can go visit her chronically ill father, who a few weeks later is driving his Tesla around Lansing. Again, a miraculous recovery, I guess. I'm not judging that, but what I am saying is that the people of Michigan had every right to be able to see their loved ones. A lot of them died alone in hospitals and nursing homes. And of course, we were putting positive COVID patients in nursing homes, where we caused an awful lot of needless deaths, and there were options that were available. We don't have the answers to those. We may not get those, but in regards to this, I heard you talking about who it is that's going to be paying for all of this. And I'm sure there'll be a miraculous invoice that will be appeared, and it'll get paid for by somebody. But you can promise when they put the jet up for this, there are always paybacks for this. I think they're called in-kind donations in Lansing. Yeah. And I have a feeling that she knows exactly what she needs to do to pay these people back to fly her to Florida and back.
Yeah, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You got to wonder last year, Ron, when the decisions were made about who could stay open and who couldn't, and who was allowed to go to work and who wasn't, and whether we were allowed to buy, and what we were allowed to buy inside those stores. You got to imagine that those decisions came with some influence. Where did that influence come from? How were those decisions made? Maybe we have a little bit of an inside look into that thought process. We'll be talking more about that day as we continue in the days to come to hold our feet to the fire on this stuff. We're not going to let it go, and we know you won't either. Freedom Works has joined together with Stand Up Michigan and Nigel Farage, who is, as you mentioned, one of the leaders heavily involved with Brexit. These folks stood up and a time to take their country back, so they know what it's all about. Nigel will be at the Deltaplex next Friday, and tickets are $15. This money will go towards, obviously, the paying for the venue, but also Freedom Works and Stand Up Michigan. A little bit of fundraising to help the cause, and a $15 price tag is a pretty, I'd say, pretty affordable, pretty decent ticket there to be able to get in to see Nigel speak. You can support the cause as well, come together. One of the things I've noticed about these events lately is it's great to come together with a lot of other people to see you're not alone. You're not alone. A lot of times, especially in this day and age, boy, oh boy, you can really feel like it, because that's part of the idea with the isolation that's been involved over the last year. But you're not alone. There are so many other people that feel and believe in the same things that you do, and of course, America. And that spirit is still alive and well, that spirit of freedom. And folks are standing up. You'll discover that when you come out on Friday. We've even got a chance for you to win those tickets coming up here in just a little bit. Tell you exactly how to win those. We've got a 4-pack. But Ron, this is going to be a big event on Friday.
It is indeed. We do have limited seating. We asked everybody to grab your tickets because whenever we hold events like this, we tend to get a big turnout. Ask you to bring your small American flags with you, wear your Stand Up Michigan gear, and we'll have merchandise available for sale there, as well as Nigel will have some of his information there. He loves crowds and he loves America. He loves the spirit of everything we stand for. And he's here to tell us that no matter what we're going through and what the media is trying to tell you, that look, America will come back when we decide we're going to come back. It's not about permission from our government in Lansing or in Washington, D.C., and we are ready to come back. And he wants to come here and share the message all around the country, because as you remember, Brexit was something that the parliament was against, the media was against. They said it couldn't happen, and it happened. And in the same way here in Michigan and around the country, is if we stand up together, we can accomplish anything, because America's best is yet to come.
We're going to give away a 4-pack right now if you want those tickets. The number is 616-774-2424. The 13th in, we'll grab them a 4-pack of tickets to see Nigel Farage. Stand Up Michigan, Freedom Works. It's happening at the Deltaplex next Friday night, and we've got your tickets. Ron Armstrong, Stand Up Michigan. I look forward to more conversations in the future, by the way, about what you guys are doing to get people organized together so that this movement doesn't fizzle out, because there are so many people that want to continue this. The momentum is on your side.
It is. And I'll tell you what, come Friday night, you're going to hear all about it. But we are organizing by counties, and we're going to make a difference in your community, one community at a time.
Appreciate you being here with us today, Ron Armstrong, Stand Up Michigan. Thank you, brother. Keep up the fight.
Thank you.
Stand up. Those tickets when we come back, 616-774-2421. We stopped to check our headlines. We'll be back right after this. It's West Michigan Live on World Radio.